Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 11 and we are going to elaborate and emphasize our understanding about our topic entitled Anonymity, Security, Privacy, and Civil Liberties. I, Jessa May B. Tambawan, will be discussing the introduction and the anonymity. Social, economic, and technological advances have dramatically increased the amount of information any one individual possesses. Increasing demand for information and easier access to it have also created challenges. Information is a treasure itself. Information can be a liability. We constantly need the methods to acquire, keep, and dispose our information. For example, we want to make sure that what is seen and heard privately does not become public without our consent. We need anonymity, security, privacy, and safeguard our civil liberties. Among main contributing factors are the following: high digitalization of information and increasing bandwidth, declining cost of digital communication, increased portability of computers and other communication equipment, greater public awareness by news media of the potential abuse of a digital communication, especially the internet. Anonymity is derived from the Greek word anonymia, meaning without a name or namelessness. Anonymity is the absence of identity. It is the state of being nameless. The important thing here is that a person be non-identifiable, unreachable, or untrackable. An important example for anonymity being not only protected but enforced by a law in the vote in free election. In many other situations, like conversation between strangers buying some products or service in a shop, anonymity is traditionally accepted as natural. Example, act of charity have been performed anonymously when benefactors do not wish to be acknowledgeable. Internet has created a fertile group for all faceless people to come out in the open. However, the internet was not designed for anonymity. IP address serves as virtual mailing address. Anytime any resources on the internet is accessed, it is accessed from the particular IP address. In a study conducted at Carnegie Mellon University, 14 out of 44 participants stated that they choose to be anonymous online. There are some people true that consider anonymity in the internet being a danger for our society as a whole. David Davenport, as assistant professor in the computer engineering department of Bilkent University in Ankara, Turkey, considered that by allowing anonymous net communication that fabric our society at risk. Accountability requires those responsible for any misconduct be identified and brought to justice. In particular, the internet provides two channels through which anonymous act can be carried out. First was the email. Anonymity with emailing has become assured through establishing of anonymous service on the internet. Anonymous remailers are software program on internet serves that assure a user of anonymity by allocation of an anonymous identity or pseudo address. Posting. The next was posting. Another internet channel to assure anonymity is through posting on user group like bulletin boards and in chat rooms. Anonymity of posting is also assured through the use of data transmission protocols such as Simple Mail Transfer Protocol or SMTP and Network News Transfer Protocol or NNTP. People may openly discuss personal stuff which would be embarrassing to tell many people about. Research shows that anonymous participants disclose significant more information about themselves. People may get more objective evaluation of their message by not showing their real name. People are more equal in anonymous discussion. Factors like status, gender, and etc. will not influence the evaluation of they say. Advantage of anonymity, good for whistleblowers, good in case of national security, when there is a threat and a fear of retaliation, good for some relationship and security of some people. Disadvantage of anonymity is criminal and fraudster can use it to their advantage, especially in online social networks. Lots of disputes could be solved in information from individual party to this dispute can reveal the necessary information. Legal view of anonymity. Anonymity is the preserved as right by many, especially the anonymity in the internet communication. The partial right for anonymity is legally protected to various degrees in different jurisdictions.
Good day to everyone. I'm Angeline Simodio. So I will be discussing my part. It is all about security. So we have three types of security. First, the physical security, information security, and electronic security. So security is to prevent unauthorized access, use, alteration, and theft or physical damage to property. Security involves the following three elements. First, the confidentiality. This is to prevent unauthorized disclosure of information to third parties. Next is integrity. This is to prevent unauthorized modification of files and maintain the situation quo. It includes system information and personnel integrity. This is also the alteration of information may be caused by a desire or personal gain or a need for revenge. Last is the availability. This is to prevent unauthorized withholding of information from those who need it and when they need it. So, first is the physical security. When we say physical security, it is the protection of personal hardware, software, network, and data from physical actions and events that could cause serious loss of damage to an enterprise, agency, or institution. So, a physical security can be guaranteed if the following four mechanisms are in place. First mechanism is deterrence. This is by creating an atmosphere intended to scare intruders. Next is the prevention. This is by trying to stop intruders from gaining access. Next is detection. This is to see that intruder who has gained or who is trying to gain access. Last is the response. This is to respond to the failure of the first three mechanisms. So we have physical controls. We have the physical security barriers, fence made of barbed wire, lock and keys, brick walls, natural trees, mounted noise or vibration sensors, security lighting, closed circuit television or we call it CCTV, window breakage detectors, infrared and ultrasonic detectors, animal like dogs, and human barriers like security guard. So next ay ang electronic security. So electronic security refers to any electronic equipment that could perform security operations like surveillance, access control, alarming, or an intrusion control. So we have electronic access controls. First is the firewalls. A firewall is hardware or software used to isolate the sensitive portion of an information system facility from the outside world and limit the potential damage that can be done by a malicious intruder. So, ang mga firewalls daw ay sa network ay nagpoprotekta sa isang buong network mula sa mga papasok na intrusion. So, pinoprotektahan ng network ang firewall ng isang network ng computer mula sa hindi autorisadong pag-access. So, second is the password. So, a password is a string of usually 6 to 8 characters which restriction on length and start character to verify a user to an information system facility, usually a computer system. So, a password security greatly depends on the password owner observing all of these for never cardinal rules. So, never publicize a password. So, huwag mong i-public or to tell everyone your password. Number 2 is never write a password down anywhere. Dapat huwag mong isulat kahit sa notebook mo man dahil maaring ito'y makita ng iba lalo na't kapag ito'y pakalat-kalat lamang. So, number 3 is never choose a password that is easy to guess. So, dapat pag naglagay ng password or create password is mahirap or strong password. Yung mahirap hulaan. Last is never keep the same password for an extended period of time. So last is the information security. So information security protects sensitive information from unauthorized activities including inspection, modification, recording, and any disruption or distraction. So we have information security control. So information security includes integrity, confidentiality, and availability of information at the servers, including information in files and databases. So the security of information can be ensured in a number of ways of cryptography. So a cryptography is the science of writing and reading coded message and forms the basis for all secure transmission. So this is mainly done through encryption.
Privacy. Privacy is human value consisting of four elements. First, solitude, the right to be alone without disturbances. Second, anonymity, the right to have no public personal identity. Third, intimacy, the right not to be monitored. Last, reserve, the right to control one's personal information, including the methods of dissemination of the information. It depends on things like culture, geographical location, political system, religious belief, and etc. Value of privacy. So value of privacy has traditionally been perceived as valuable and has even gained more importance in the information age. However, these days in information age, the value of privacy has been minimized. We can no longer guarantee our privacy in information age. It has left many wondering whether there is such a thing as privacy anymore. From telephone calls you make that identify you through caller ID, to every transaction you pay for either by credit card or by check. You are identifiable and you have nowhere to hide. The most obvious number, the CNIC number, is used on personal ID by many companies, including FIA, FBR, hospitals, and many more. Let's move on to attributes of privacy. Personal identity. As information become more precious, it becomes more important for individuals to safeguard information identity. Unfortunately, with rapid advances in technology, especially computer technology, it has become increasingly difficulty to protect personal identity. Autonomy. Women need to feel that they are in control of their own. The less personal information people have about an individual, the more autonomous that individual can be. People usually tend to establish relationships that associations with individuals and groups that will respect their personal autonomy. And last, social relationship, collecting of information as much as possible before building the relationship. Sometimes, people try to hide information that may lead to breakup of the relationship. Information gathering databases and privacy. We help information seekers in gathering information from us. The collected information is put into databases and is later sold to the highest bidder. So information gathering is very serious business. Individual companies and governments are all competing, sometimes for the same information. Internet crawlers are in action visiting our machines stealthy and gathering a wealth of information. So US law enforcement organization to disclose. Privacy policy, right to OTP out, safeguard 28. Privacy violations and legal implications. Cause of violations. Consumers willingly give up information about themselves when they register at website, shopping malls in order to win prizes. Consumers lack the knowledge of how that they consider a little bit of information that can turn into a big invasions of privacy. Inadequate privacy policies, failure of companies, and instructions to follow their own privacy policies. Internet temptations that enables business to reach individuals in very short time in the privacy of their homes and offices. So next, we have different types of violations. First, intrusion. Second, misuse of information. Third, interception of information. And last, information matching.
Good day, I'm Ira Marisnapat from BSED2 Filipino, and let's talk about civil liberties. The freedom of a citizen to practice customary rights, such as speech and assembly without unwarranted or arbitrary government interference, is known as civil liberties. Perhaps no single set of civil liberties has been agreed upon. With the rapid advancement in computer technology, particularly with the introduction of the Internet, maintaining privacy has been difficult. STARR, pre-worker, and steel keyboard are examples of sophisticated network scanning and surveillance software. No personal information on any computer on any network is safe with the tools like Logger, Snapshot Spy, Surf Spy, Net Spy, PC Activity Monitor, and others. Personal privacy is a fundamental civil liberties that, like other civil liberties such as the right to free speech and self-defense, must be respected. And let's talk about the privacy protection and civil liberties, the technical, contractual, and legal. Software and other technological-based safeguards are included in technical. For example, do not mistakenly expose your personal information. Use cookie management software or allow cookie notification in your browser. Maintain a clean email address. And do not share personal information with strangers or new friends. Through the use of technology, recognize that you may be watched at work. Keep sensitive files on your home computer and avoid sending highly personal emails to mailing lists. Sites that offer a reward or prize in exchange for your contact or other information should be avoided. For whatever reason, do not respond to spammer. Be aware of danger of the internet. Keep an eye on your home computer security. Remember that you are the only one who can decide when, why, and to whom you expose the information about yourself, and also encrypt your data. Next is the contractual. The contractual and technological protection against unlawful duplication or distribution is provided by determining which information, such as electronic publication, and how such information is disseminated. Contractual protection of information, particularly sensitive information like as publication, is the only effective if steps are taken to ensure contract enforceability. Last is the legal. Through the passage of the law by national legislature and the implementation of such legislation by law enforcement agencies. For example, to the United States of the following acts are such legal protection. Consumer Protection Acts, Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act 1974 requires schools and colleges to grant students or their parents access to student records and limit disclosure to third parties. Privacy Act 1974 regulates federal government agency records keeping and disclosure practices. The acts allow most individuals to seek access to federal agents' records about themselves, and also requires that personal information in agency files be accurate, complete, relevant, and timely.